Today we will be going over the new heat and cold system in the way of the winter. Timestamps will be in the description. Starting things off with basics. When you arrive in North Nalcott, you will notice a temperature gauge at the bottom of the mini-map. The blue is cold, the red is hot, obviously, and the white is your comfy state. Now, if we open our inventory, we will see a more in-depth description on what's happening. So there are 5 temperature states. To sum them up, there is 1 neutral state, 2 medium severe states, and 2 extreme states. The cozy state is where you will want to be as much as possible. The temperature ranges for the cozy state are -10 through -30 Celsius. The chilly state, you will quickly lose your energy and your body temperature will drop slowly. And for the frost state, which is -40 Celsius, you will also lose energy quickly, your character body temperature will drop sharply, and you will get some nasty debuffs and most likely die. And for the heat state, which is 30 through 60 Celsius, you will quickly lose hydration, and your character body temperature will rise slowly. Now for the blaze state, you will quickly lose hydration, and your character's body temperature will rise sharply. And as the same as the other extreme state, you will get a nasty debuff and die very quickly if you don't do something fast. So now how do we avoid these extreme states and stay in the cozy state? There are many ways, and I'll be showing all of those. But first, we will go over the cold and heat resist that will actually change your temperature gauge ranges. So for armor, you can only have resist on the chest piece and leg piece. So when crafting your armor, there is a new material category that includes mostly furs from animals, and they offer resist and some other buffs like stamina and etc. The best one to get in the early game that is easy to obtain is bear skin, and I will be showing you where to obtain that in this video. The timestamp will be in the description. Also, if you scroll down, you can see the exact buff for that material. So for bearskin, it is cold resist and frost resist plus 10, and recover 3% HP upon defeating an enemy at 10 Celsius or below, which is not bad for early game. Also, there is a new gear set, the Blackstone set BP, which will give you cold and heat resist plus 2.5. And there is also the torch. When you take out your torch, your body temperature will go up 5 Celsius. Next, I'll be going over consumables that have cold and heat resist. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the recipes yet because these recipes unlock in Phase 2, and these new recipes will offer cold and heat resist. You can also collect the new plants in North Nolcott, and they also provide cold and heat resist too. For example, spiked tomato, which will increase your cold resist by 5, sunny ginger, which does the same thing as spiked tomatoes. Then there's mint that will increase your heat resist by 5, and ice melon, which does the same thing as mint. Then polar pepper that increases your cold resist by 5. Now, I'll be going over the memetic items that will affect the cold and heat. Starting off with infrastructures, we have a new tree on the left, starting with Polar Expedition 1. You will unlock thermoium, which is used to craft the other 2, which is heatium. It increases your cold and frost resist by 10 for 1 hour. Then we got coldium that increases heat and burn resist by 10 and also lasts for 1 hour. Next memetic in the tree is chaosium, which is used for fuel for several items in the memetic tree. You can also loot this material in North Nalcott. Chaosium lantern is the last memetic in this tree, and this item will use the chaosium material that we just went over as fuel. The lantern effects are, when the temperature is below 10, it increases the temperature by 15, and when the temperature is above 30, it reduces the temperature by 15. Next is in the crafting section, there is a new memetic called Polar Frontline, and in this memetic, you will be able to unlock the portable warmer and portable air conditioner. Currently, I can't see the stats, but I'm guessing they're pretty obvious. They will keep you warm and cold, and they will be able to be used in the open world. Last but definitely not least is the building section. There is a new tree on the left. The first memetic is Temperature Control 1, and you will unlock the campfire, and this item will only provide warmth. And depending on the fuel you use, depends on how much it increases the temperature around it. The next memetic is Temperature Control 2, and you will unlock Simple Vintage Stove. This item will provide heat and cold, unlike the campfire, but also like the campfire, the better the fuel, the better the temperature effect will be. Next memetic in the tree is Temperature Control 3, and you will unlock Cooling Fan and Electric Heater. Currently, I can't see the effects, but I'm guessing they provide heat and cold in your territory. Last memetic in the tree is the Thermal Tower, and honestly, I can't wait to see what this thing does. I'm so excited. From what I've heard, one of the materials it requires is chaosium, and a lot of it, but don't quote me on this. Now, just like I promised, I'll be showing you the #1 best spot to farm bearskin, so you can craft cold resist armor. Meet me at Wishland Eastern Park, right here. And here they are. I've seen like 8 bears at once here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.